What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Gisa and Geralf, Bonnie and Clyde zombie time. I'll be ready to get those pitchfork zombies going. Maybe some shovel zombies. Ooh, Yidris. Cool, man. Let's get the graveyard squared up. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we have the Coliseum, Fetid Pools, Command Tower. Ooh, Mesmeric Orb. Yes, we'll keep. We got 4 lands and a Mesmeric Orb. Oh, yes. Value City. Yeah, let's get that going. Mesmeric Orb is like, it's like the artifact version of Hedron Crab, which makes me love it. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get the Fetid Pools down. Let's go ahead and play that. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. We are playing Gisa and Geralf. Whenever they enter the battlefield, look at put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard, but you're still going to look at them. They're just going to go into your graveyard, so you can look at them on the way to the graveyard. Let's go ahead and get the swamp down. Let's go for the Mesmeric Orb. And then, yeah, let's just go and we're going to have 2 triggers on the back end. Love it. Then, during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie creature card from your graveyard. Playing against Yidris, the Maelstrom Wielder, the man who rides on a horse with no name. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, as you cast spells from your hand this turn, they gain Cascade. Okay. Felwar Stone and Demir Guildgate. Let's go ahead and get down the... What do we need to go for? We could go for Read the Bones, draw a couple cards. Yeah, that does sound good. But we want to get down. Let's go and get the Command Tower down. Let's go for Read the Bones. And it's not really going to matter how we scribe. So, actually, let's... do we want Diagraph in the hand? I'd much rather have it in the graveyard. We do want Vampiric Tutor. And we'll be able to shuffle it back up. So let's go and put this on the bottom. Let's put Vampiric Tutor on top because we know we're going to use that. Possess Scab. Okay, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. We covered both the commanders. Yeah, we're good to go. But yeah, so welcome to Gisa and Geralf. I hope you have your pitchfork and your shovel. I don't know, man. I would have maybe picked like a different utility weapon, but hey, man, I'm not here to you know, doubt what they've got going on. Before we get too heavy milling, let's go and go Vampiric Tutor. Let's go ahead and grab Living Death. Let's get that going. Let's grab Living Death. That's going to go on top. We're going to draw it. We have more than enough lands, and we just don't want that milled. Let's go and get the Esper Panorama down. We can crack it and grab another colored source. We have Damnation on. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that right now. Okay, let's go ahead and grab. We've got way okay on black. Let's just go and grab an island. Comes into play. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. But yeah, so this is Gisa and Geralf. This is pretty much just we're looking to get as many creature cards in our graveyards as possible. It's just Value City zombies coming out. That's what we're going for. Bloodbraid Elf coming down. Cascade. Let's see what they reveal off that Cascade. Tireless Tracker. Oh, that's that's some value right there. I like that. Okay, we do have Damnation if we want to. We can kind of re-rack, kind of blow them up, kind of reset the board a little bit. We could go for that. We'll see. Let's go and tap this Fetid Pools. We've pretty much got everything that we need in the hand. We've got 5 mana, Living Death, and a Damnation. And Possess Scab. So, we're A-okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crypt Breaker, Wonder. Oh, we hit the Wonder in the graveyard. Liliana. Okay, so let's go and get the... Do we want to get the Urborg down? They do not have black mana yet, so we want to hold off about as long as we can on that Urborg. Let's go in for Gisa and Geralf. So we're looking at black, blue... And then Coliseum's going to deal 1 damage to us. Just go and pass on that one. Get down, Gisa and Geralf. Get those in there. We could have cast Crypt Breaker, but they don't have black mana. We want to keep them off Yidris, so that's why I did not get the Urborg down. Otherwise, we could have gone for the Crypt Breaker. So that's what we did right there. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Now we do have flying with Gisa and Geralf, which is really good, and we're getting pretty close to a nice little Living Death. Let's see. So we've got Grimgrin. We got 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. We have 5 creatures in the graveyard. Wonder's going to come back, so you're going to need to find some sort of sack outlet to go for that. Man, I'm almost tempted to kind of just hold off on getting the Urborg down next turn. Reclamation Sage. Oh man, on the Mesmeric Orb, fine, man. Or maybe they go for their clue. Okay, fine. They did not go for their clue token. They went for the Mesmeric Orb. Fair enough. They're not swinging in. We do have flying with Gisa and Geralf, so I think we're okay on this one. Dread Return. Oh, well, that is a sack outlet. Let's see. Let's go and swing in for 4 in the air. Well, if we swing in for 4 in the air, they've got us for 8 on the back end. Puts us down to 15. Let's go and go Liliana. Well, do we have any sort of... We have Crypt Breaker, Zombie Master, Geralf's Master... So whenever it enters the battlefield, you may return target insert sorcery from your hand. Let's go ahead and get the Possess Scab down. It's going to be a 3/2 body. We can stop them from swinging across. Yeah, let's go and go Possess Scab. We're come into the battlefield. What do we want to bring back? We have Patriarch's Bidding. We have Wonder. Let's go ahead and go for the Vampiric Tutor. Search your library. Yeah, let's grab that Vampiric Tutor. It's going to go into our hand. We could play the Urborg that'll turn us online for Vampiric Tutor, but I think at this point, we're just okay. I'm going to swing in. No, let's go and hold off. You know, if they want to swing in, we can chump block. It's going to turn on black for them. Yeah, we're just going to hold off. They're cut off on black mana. I don't want them to get... Okay, they do have the Crumbling Necropolis, so we're going to go for Urborg next turn. Finally, they do. And just sometimes I just, you know, we don't really want to be dealing with the cascading Yidris, so on that one, I kind of like what we did on this one. Okay, we've got the Tireless Tracker swinging in. Let's go and chump block on the Possessed Scab. It's going to die if we exile it, but... Oh, actually, excuse me, no, they can crack the 2 clue tokens, so that's not something we exactly want to go for. Alright, yeah, so it's going to let them swing in for 3. Puts us down to 19. Now we're going to have Vampiric Tutor. We can cast this during our upkeep, and then maybe grab something... actually, excuse me, we can go for the... no, that was last game. We can Vampiric Tutor for Buried Alive. We can grab a Zombie Sack Outlet, and then we can go for a... we have Diagraph, Captain, and we can start putting some more creature cards into the graveyard. I think that sounds pretty good. Because we want to get some mill going, too. That's always fun. But, okay, so our opponent's going for a Ponder. But yeah, mainly you just want to keep Yidris on the battlefield. And even if they do go for Yidris, we get the, yeah, that's what we have Damnation to follow up with. So they don't really have any sort of haste enablers on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and get the Scalding Tarn down. Yeah, let's just still go and wait. Let's get the Scalding Tarn down. Put that card on top of it. Let's go ahead and go for, let's get down Liliana. They want to swing in. We get Liliana to flip, start bringing stuff back. Then we can go for that Vampiric Tutor, put it on top of our library after we crack the Scalding Tarn. We'll have Damnation. We can go for Buried Alive. Yeah, I like that. We want to go Crypt Breaker right now. Let's go crack the Scalding Tarn. Let's go and grab that dual land. Let's grab the Underground Sea. Well, do we want to? I don't think we want to bring anything out of the graveyard now that I think about it. Let's just go get the Sunken Hollow into play. It's going to come in. Yeah, we could go for Crypt Breaker, but we want to have the zombies in the graveyard at this point. Do we want to swing in for 7? It's going to put them down to 23. I think we'll go and hold off. We get into spots where we can chump block if it would die. Yeah, let's just go and hold off. So we're going to have the Vampiric Tutor on Buried Alive. That's going to go on top. We can put that in the graveyard. Then we have Damnation to kind of reset the board, and then we have the Living Death to kind of follow up with the following turn, especially if they tap out for Yidris this turn. Okay, I like that. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll be just enough for Damnation and the Buried Alive. Okay, so our opponents, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to have 6 mana. Swiftfoot Boots. And then we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Dimir Aqueduct, bounce a land back to the hand. And what we can do is we can swing in zombies first. We're looking at 7 and then 9 coming across. So we can swing in the air. Yeah, we haven't really been swinging in just because Tireless, you know, we don't want to get in a spot to where we can't really go for, you know, Vampiric Tutor losing 2 life, kind of cast some of our stuff out and just die to like a kind of like a tiny little alpha swing. Let's go ahead and go Vampiric Tutor. Let's grab that Buried Alive. Where are you, buddy? There you are. It's going to go on top. We're going to draw that one. Let's go get the Urborg down. Let's go for the Buried Alive. We're going to grab 3 cards, put them in the graveyard. Let's grab a Sack Outlet. Let's grab the Diagraph Captain. And then what else? We go Great Merchant. We have a pretty nice little set of Devotion. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only looking at 4 Devotion right now. So we can, if we go Undead War Chief, because I'm trying to figure out if we have enough creatures to sack it out. I don't think we do. Let's go ahead and go... Actually, let's switch this up a little bit. Let's get off the... Well, we can still leave the Diagraph Captain. Let's go and grab the Undead War Chief. I like that. Okay, let's go into the graveyard. We can go for the Dread Return, bringing something back, and then out of the graveyard we can sack them. No, let's go and hold off. Then we can go for the Living Death. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. If we go Damnation, we're going to blow them up. It's going to put them in a spot where they're just going straight up Yidris. But we're going to get those nice little value creatures coming into the graveyard. And then we have the Living Death following up next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and go Damnation. Yeah, let's do that. So we're looking at Damnation. Let's make sure that Gisa and Geralf go to the graveyard. Stay at the graveyard. Alright, Damnation, blow everything up. Liliana goes in the graveyard. Alright, sorry about that, opponent. I was just trying to make sure we sequence that. Alright, so now we're looking at Living Death next turn. We're going to be able to bring a bunch of our creatures back. We're looking at Gisa and Geralf, Liliana, Undead War Chief. We do have the Carrion Feeder, which is going to allow us to sacrifice the Wonder. And then we did grab the Undead War Chief. It's going to give our zombies a nice little zombie bonus that we can kind of swing in with. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for the Living Death. Tap for one more. See if they have any. Okay, they do not. Alright, so we got the Reclamation Sage trigger, we the Gisa and Geralf trigger. Oh, yes, beautiful. Look at this board state. And we still have Carrion Feeder to sacrifice Wonder to make sure that everybody gets flying on this one. Now, they are at 30, and we only have one Blood Artist type effect out there. So, unfortunately, we need to with the Drowned Yard Temple. But yeah, so we can actually use the Grim Corpse Born to sacrifice the Wonder. That'll untap him. We can swing in, block some of the creatures. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And then we still have the Regenerate Target Permanent on some of the zombies out there. Oh, yes, beautiful. Love, hey, man, if you just clank your shovels and your pitchforks together, that's what happens. You get a whole bunch of zombies coming out. Whole motley crew of zombies, too. Look at these, man. Okay. Yeah, and we also have Crypt Breaker online if we want to be drawing some cards. We can definitely go for that. But right now, the play that we're going to go for next turn is going to be Grim sacking a creature. It's going to be Wonder in the graveyard. And then we can kind of rally from there. But, on a side note, if you find yourself stuck in a zombie apocalypse and you want your very own pitchfork and shovel, head over to mtgotraders.com. They have an awesome selection of garden tools to help you survive the zombie apocalypse. And if you've not subscribed to the MTGO Traders YouTube channel, be sure you do. I'm getting out videos for them, nice little mix of Commander and Modern content. So, I think I've got some, I'm not sure if I'm putting it out yet, but I'm working on some Jund Dragons for Modern, so that's kind of fun. I saw somebody post something on Reddit, and I'll give credit to them, but it just seemed like a really fun deck, so that's what we're going to be working on. Alright, let's see what they're going for. Cultivate, okay. Now, they can go for Yidris. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to have 7 mana, so they can crack and still go for a Yidris activation and get the Swiftfoot Boots down on Yidris. So, I'm not sure what they're doing right now, doing a little bit of setting up. 2 cards enter the reveal zone, another land on the battlefield. But we should be, after we swing in for a net, we'll have enough in the air, I think. So, we're going to be looking at like 12, 17, yeah, 25. Okay, Tireless Tracker. Boots go on Tireless Tracker. Still puts them at 6 total mana. We'll see what's going on, though. See if they want to swing in. They do not. Okay. Let's get Yidris down here. And we can still even deploy Lord of the Undead out of our hand to give a nice little bonus, too. Do we want to dredge the Golgari Thug? No, I think we're okay right now. Plague Belcher. Okay. Let's just do a little bit of setting up. So we're looking at Lord of the Undead. Into the battlefield, zombies we're going to control get +1/+1, and right, I don't. They have 6 mana up, so I'm just trying to see what they've got going on, what kind of tricks they've got. So we're putting the Lord of the Undead on the stack. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 mana. They're tapping out for. We don't have Cyclonic Rift to worry about. That's going to be 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I don't know if they miscalculated a Cyclonic Rift, but they've got 4 mana tapped right now. Well, let's see what they're waiting for. Okay, so we got Lord of the Undead right now. I'll just kind of give our opponent a little bit more time, kind of explain what we've got as far as the combat step goes. So we've got Grim. We're going to be able to sacrifice another creature, untap it. There we go. Brutal Explosion. Okay. Return target creature or spell to its owner's hand, deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker if that permanent would die this turn, exile instead. Let's go ahead and we're going to have the Zombie Lord coming down, if that's what they tapped out for. Choose one or both. Return to hand. Let's go ahead and sacrifice another creature. Let's go ahead and sacrifice the Undead War Chief. Actually, it's going to go to the hand. I'm okay with that. So let's go and sacrifice the... Do we need to sacrifice the Diregraph, Captain? It's just going to be 2 damage. No, we're okay with that. Undead goes back to the hand and we can just recast it. Okay. And then we have Lord of the Undead on the stack. That leaves 2 mana. Let's go and sacrifice the Wonder to give everybody flying. Do we want to flip Liliana? No, not at this point. Oh, excuse me, she's going to flip anyway. She says, don't worry about you. Let me do myself. Me do me. Black, and then 1 more black. There we go. Get down the Undead War Chief. Alright, and then let's go ahead and swing in. Coming in hot. Oh, yes, beautiful. Nice little zombie army coming across. And then we're going to get the nice little Grimgrin trigger, too. Let's go and blast the... I guess at this point, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to blast the Bloodbraid Elf. Alright, so we're looking at... We've got 9 coming across. We've got 13, 18... We've got 25. Yeah, that should be enough right there. Just enough. Let's see. Alright, opponent goes to -5. There we go. Gisa and Geralf got their pitchforks and the shovels together. Nice little zombie army. Yeah, so this is what makes Gisa and Geralf so much fun, is that we can get into spots where you're going for, you want to mill your entire library. You want to get a living death going. You can there's multiple ways you can go for a living death. You can go for the Diregraph, Blood Artist route. We're going to be sacking a bunch of zombies. Or you can just go the Undead War Chief and just kind of go beat sticks once you hit Wonder in the graveyard. So, yes, indeed. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.